Welcome to the Review Show. I'm John Kavanagh. That was Because by Jackie Stevens. You can check her out on YouTube, Vandalism, SoundCloud, and do give her a bit of support. She will be very pleased with that.
Hey, come back here, you elfin fairy. Stop giggling, skipping and dancing right now. Caught again this time. Feel the gripping of my grasp, delight, fright. You elfin mischief maker, this time you'll pay the price. Last time you plucked my sea cord, making sure of that. Ha! You laugh, tease, taunt, and twirl. But now, meshed between fingers of steel, escape not, the last laugh's mine. Little green fairy, neither sex surely known, doesn't matter now, for between my fingers thou art so wiggly, so smart, my eyes will not close. The night approaches, willing not thou clever plan. I sleep not, fighting sleep, sword drawn at my side. Think thou smart, dost thou? Think ye shall wait? Time your best ally. Big green eyes look so sad. Concerned for souls, are you? Eyelashes ever so sweet, and dimples warming pink cheeks. What's this? One big tear begging release? Ah, turn away, beguiling charm, eternal soul-sucking fascination of beauty's green eyes. Devilish harm. Ah, look away. No gaze at she. The promise of your love I shall not see. Turn away. The trigger's trap catches not me. I do not see.
Black night comes, alone and cold. Smart beauty sleeps warmed by hands that fold. In quietness the present enemy waits. Beauty taunts not, she need not, for time be her friend. Coldness aligns her side, and loneliness sang lullabies to her. Sleep, child, sleep. Shh, shh. The fight grows small, sleeps on the horizon, it calls. Hearing distant voices, my eyes rest. The hills and a mountain melody lays sleep's fog. I answer, can you hear it as well? He snores. Gently, gently sleep. Beauty crawls from fingers once tight. Careful, careful, not to awaken the captor's soul. She's played before. However, it had grown old. She plays well, she says. Awaken not my game. Comes tomorrow, a fair shame is he. For rest later you dare. Truth? Ha! Thought you had me, you foolish man. Look, who has who? Thought you'd won. Ha! Surely thought I'd not get away. Ah, before daylight shines, one last game it affords me so. Whispers, stories in midnight sleep. You'll think strange, God's voice for certain. Magical messages, images, songs and words. God's not his at all. Aha! Goody goody for me. One more time before night's end. Can bully jab my soul? Not. Then beauty declares her win. Her long fairy fingers reach for the harp, the soul of her game, to pluck his F sharp. Bold challenges said beauty. His love I detest, but as he has made it, I surrender my quest.
And that was Winter Fairies and Return to the Forest by poetess Apani Jennings. And speaking of Apani Jennings, how about this? The Poets Attic first ever award to a poet on March 2017 was awarded to Bonnie Jennings herself. Well done, Bonnie, from all of us at Team Attic, and well done from everybody in the Poets Attic group. You well deserve this. Here's a snippet of Bonnie's reaction from the video posted on the Poets Attic page. Have a listen.
Hey, today I went to work, got home, it's a Monday, a little bit sad today, I don't know why, but I was, and got scratched by the dog and scratched by the cat and started to bleed and this and that. But anyway, a package came in the mail today, and it actually came from the United Kingdom, and I couldn't figure out what's in that package, so I opened it up and I took something out of the beautiful little royal blue velvet box, and I found this. It's an award, and it was given to me by the Poets Attic. Thank you so much, Alan Johnson, Talika Dugar, I've tried to say your name, Dugar, and John Kavanagh. Thank you. You have just really made me so happy. Thank you. I can't say it enough. Thanks.
Now with some reviews. I'm going to start today with Heather Turner. Heather is a brand new member in our group, and has written her first poem on our page, The Poets Attic, Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day in the UK this past Sunday, and I found a jewel of a poem whilst browsing through poets on Facebook. This lady wrote the words I would have loved to have said to my own mother. I'm sure some of you would have too. This is a written piece of pure love, heartwarming and comforting to the soul of the reader. Beautifully written, Heather. Thank you. And then we have Sarala Balachandran, the Enchantress. This woman's poetry is really enchanting. Every time I read this woman, I'm enchanted. And this piece reaches into the depths of the reader's mind and heart. A wonderfully written and structured piece. Each line is a step upon the ladder of love. Each phrase is a heartstring puller. The whole piece is a wonderful pulse. And I thank you, Sarala, for this beautiful piece. Another one, brand new to me, and going straight through with it, is Ruth Silver's Miraculous World. From the group, Love Poems and Thoughts from Caring Souls. This lady paints the circle of life in few words and with vivid detail. This is a piece that you would like to read. It exudes love. I would love our listeners to browse this group to read this beautiful poem. And next we have a new one again, a new lady, a new poetess, Sharon Johnson, her poem, Why? This is in the Poets Attic. It's a beautiful tribute to the longevity of love. Have a read of this wonderful piece of imagery and expressiveness to get your heart and your pulse rising. Thank you, Sharon, for your poem this week on the reviews. And here's Yanni Lebanon with his epic theme, Argent Tables, courtesy of 50 Shades of Music. And for my sins, I have one for you, co-written with Tulika Dugar and myself. It's called The Prince's Journey. Enjoy this.
There was a lovely prince who was on a world quest to find himself a suitable bride. He was willing to travel to the corners of the world to find the heart that beats for him. He knew he'd know it when he looked into her eyes. He hadn't been lucky enough to find the right one so far, but he knew she was there and prayed that she must appear right in front of him soon. He was at his journey when he saw a very simple girl who caught his eye. She was a devotee at the temple and a regular there. He found out her usual visiting time. She was a morning greeter. He was intrigued by her prayer. He wanted to pray with her. It became his ritual, only to get a glimpse. One day, he went up to her and told her that he was in love and asked for her hand in marriage. He felt that deep inside as he looked into her deep brown eyes. She was not sure. She replied with hesitation as she told him he was too fair for her and that her heart was given to her temple and her devotion toward her deity, and she shyly refused. He never gave up. He stopped searching and decided to win her heart. And with the dedication to the ritual of prayer together, he finally won her heart, and she agreed.
Dear charming prince, what must I say? The many questions I need to ask today.
Dear princess, just ask what is on your mind. Inside of my heart, those answers you'll find.
Who is it you love? Do you really think it's me? The one who holds your heart, you love unconditionally?
With all of your beauty inside of your soul, with all of your flaws, my heart takes you whole.
But you so fair from a faraway place, and me an ordinary lass with a simple face.
It is not in your face that your love I can see. It's the light in your eyes that is only for me.
But you're a prince. You have the charm. You will take away any girl's heart.
To answer your questions, I offer you this. With all of my heart, a sweet, gentle kiss.
I'm yours forever, my shining knight, my soul's own treasure, my crown and pride.
Come, my princess, walk with me, in mortal life and through eternity.
Tulika, I enjoyed writing this one with you. It's absolutely got me going. I think I'm a prince, really. And that leads me into this one by Charlotte Rains. The Feud.
The fight was on, without words. Neither spoke as they came to blows. Both men felt the fire of rage that through their veins did flow, fueled by tales that grew with time, handed down by bitter hearts, neither caring who was right, or where the tale did start. Only one would leave this day. Their fates were sealed by name, playing out their roles in life, the old feuding game. Ruark and Winston they were called, born and bred right here, in this rocky and barren land, both men held so dear. Their fathers also fought the fight, upholding the tale they'd heard, shedding also blood and limb, their minds with hate were blurred. I asked about that feuding clan, but found no lips would tell These clannish folk hereabouts, you'll never know them well. But I kept right on asking, till I found a gentler heart. She lived among them years ago. They reasoned to depart. The feuding started so long ago, brought on by a love affair. Two cousins trying for the hand of beauty beyond compare. The story goes that neither man gained her hand to wed. On one dark, stormy night, one forced her love instead. A babe was born from that grief, and she lived to tell the tale. She lived among them years ago. I got to know her well.
That was a wonderful listen, Charlotte, and thank you very much for giving us your poem on the reviews for this week. And hello to Wendy Rycroft with a lovely little poem here called Love.
Their story had been written, the book to be read. Engagement announced, marriage, he said. Kneeling to the floor, this chapter and more. Dance with me, darling, this verse to the floor. Come, my darling, champagne I shall pour. Their love came together, times to explore. The bride was ready, treasures in her drawer, engagements and plans, banns read out. Their love was so special, no one could doubt. The day had arisen, her beauty adorned, invitations written, announcements sworn. Excitement and nerves, she stands at the door. The limo is coming, and flowers from the store. The bridegroom awaits, church bells applaud. The trail of her dress, she walks down the aisle. A glance from the crowd, she gives them a smile. He looked at his love as she came to his side. With happiness and joy, he looked at his bride, took hold of her hand, blessings bestowed, placed on her finger a ring of pure gold, read out their vows to have and to hold from this day forth and forevermore. Confetti was poured. The bride took a glance. She held back her tears. The congregation looked with spontaneous cheers. Everything was ready. Cake in 3 tiers. Bells sounded out to their bow bell ears. Bridesmaids in waiting. Bouquet to be claimed. The horses were drawn. The speeches were made. Music played. They danced on the stage. True love had been made. The ending was told. He stood there so bold. His wife, their life. The story told. Love had surrendered. The book remembered.
Well, Wendy, I guess that's what we call love. Thank you so much. Well, I have somebody here with me now, a poetess in Iowa, USA. And this is going to be my first ever interview with anybody on the channel. And to bring Eva Marie K to the John Kavanagh Review Show. Eva, how are you?
I'm great. Excited to be here.
And you're in Iowa, USA. What kind of a state is Iowa?
Oh, Iowa's a corn state.
Oh, I'm glad you said corn. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You
A lot
retired.
of flat ground around here.
I reckon so. We only know Iowa from the movies.
Right.
I've never been to the United States, so I only know the name of the state from the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Eva,
Yeah.
you're a very interesting poetess. I get a great sense of spirituality from reading your poetry. And your poetry here, you write very spiritual poetry. Yeah?
Do I what now?
Write very spiritual poetry.
Oh, yes, I do. I write a lot of spiritual poetry. It's I I write a variation, but my main one is spiritual poetry because I really feel, when I write, I really feel like it's not me writing. I just let the ink flow, and whatever comes of it comes out. And I'm sure it's directed from, a higher power working through me.
I love the way when people express it in that way you've just done now. It's a great expressive way because I think a lot of us feel it's something outside of ourselves that actually does this. We're just vessels.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I went into your profile. I had to do a little bit of probing to pretend I know what I'm doing, really. And you retired. You've retired. You've retired from what exactly, Eva? What was it you done?
Well, I used to work. I worked at a group home for 3 years with troubled youth. And then after that, I worked for 13 years at a juvenile detention center, counseling juveniles, which really gave me great pleasure because I myself wasn't able to have any children. So that was my way of giving back and feeling a little taste of what that would be like to be a mother. And I've also had a lot of contact with my nieces and nephews and have been able to enjoy them immensely also.
Wow. You've got a very interesting story, without a shadow of doubt. That's another part that brings us into your books, Eve. You've written 3 books? You got 2 in the process?
Yes, 3.
Tell us about your 3 books that you've written. And if you can, give us a link for the listeners where they may obtain your books from.
Okay, well, my most special book is my spiritual one, Dancing in Heaven. And then my second one is Where Poets Dream. And my third one is I Shall Always Think of You. And you can buy those off of Amazon.com and Lulu.com underneath Eva Marie K.
I only come across yourself, Eva, your poetry about 3 weeks ago. We had a little chat on Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, not yesterday, the day before, I comes across Reflections of God on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Alan had posted up the Reflections of God. And in the one day, the most amazing thing is there were 4 different poetesses that were up on the YouTube attached with Poets Attic, and the quality of the poetry was absolutely astounding, totally astounding. The quality of the words, the commitment of the poet. You could feel the soul of a poet in each one of the 4 rights, and that is just beautiful to see. You read so much about poetry is dead. No, it's not. It's very much alive. There's just not enough people reading it. Or is there?
No, there's not enough people reading it, you're right. And, we want to make sure that it stays alive, for centuries to come, and I think that's why it's so important to start teaching the younger generation, at a young age and getting them interested into developing their talents in that area.
Yes, and this is where some of our idea came from. So many people less are reading. We thought maybe they might want to listen to poetry, hear it. When you think of the tube, or you think of the bus ride to work in the morning, some bus rides take 35, 40 minutes. And you've got a stream of poems narrated to music, and people with earphones in, because every bus you get on and every tube line you get on, people are plugged with earphones. But in a different world, God knows what they're listening to, and it could be related through the same way, on the phone, in your earphones, and you can listen to some poetry on your way to work, off to do your shopping, whatever. So we're looking at developing that aspect of poetry, and the soul of the narrator going into this, to the soul of the words that are written, is going to be a great attraction to many. And as we said, we have to develop the youth of tomorrow into the poetry of tomorrow. We're gone past Byron, Shakespeare, Tennyson. They're gone. They've had their day. We have a modern day poetry with a message for the modern day. We need to make that known and get through the establishment of the old timers and tell them, listen, guys, we're here.
Stand on my serene sea green, mountain of faith, speak in your mind to all. In me be ye safe, to tell the world of my love, my warmth, my grace. Blessed is kingdom's gate, heaven, my grace, full place. Follow me, we pray, believe now in my name. I profess my love to all now, as I proclaim. Let it said to the entire world, I still reign. I am God of love's pureness, not devil's pain. Stand tall and speak ye now my name. Listen not to anyone's lies or false beliefs. Open your hearts and minds and spirits to believe. I am your true God, loving and forgiving. All that you ask in my name, I give thee. Watching now, glide in on pure white shooting stars, angels descending down on earth with just cause, bringing many blessings, my gifts and my laws. None live in this world without flesh, sins, and flaws. Stand tall and speak ye now my name. Follow me, we pray, believe now in my name. I profess my love to all now as I proclaim. Let it said to the entire world, I still reign. I am God of love's pureness, not devil's pain.
My first interest came in writing poetry when I was in 6th grade, and we were studying Robert Frost. Since then, I've been writing poetry. I have also used poetry for a form of therapy while growing up, and even today. The people that inspired me mostly was Robert Frost and Maya Angelou. My experience of having my poetry narrated through Alan Johnson has the way he has composed his music to my poetry and graphics just enhances the poetry, making it come alive song-like. He reads with a passion. The compositions, a lot of what Alan has put together is on a personal level with his heartfelt music and his depth of reading them. It intensifies the poetry. What inspired me today in modern day poets in itself, the beauty in the world of one that takes a moment to take a deep breath and enjoy it. My favorite quote is, "Today reach out and far and beyond your touch." I write free verse in many subjects, but my spiritual poetry just flows from me, and I never know where my ink will go with it. It's like I'm not writing it, but the Holy Spirit is through me. I come from a family of 9 children, 6 boys and 3 girls. We didn't have a lot growing up, but there was always clothes on our back and food on the table. My mother was a very loving person. It's been an exciting experience for me being able to listen to my poetry read and narrated. I'm not very good at reading my own poetry, but Alan Johnson does a wonderful job doing that, and I feel excited and honored to be part of what's going on today with poetry. I think it's the most up-and-coming thing with having your poetry narrated and podcasts all over the place on the internet. Vandalism is another outlet for a place for poets to be supported with their poetry, and the music of Alan Johnson is just beautifully composed with it. And I also understand we're going to be getting onto SoundCloud, which is exciting too. But Fanalism has a lot of followers, and you can tell people are taking the time to listen, which is just a beautiful thing, because obviously writers need listeners.
I'm going to thank you, Eva, for saying yes to coming on to be interviewed on our review show. Thank you so much for taking the call, and thank you so much for being there with me.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really, really was excited about it and enjoyed doing it.
It's been my pleasure, totally. Thank you, Eva, and I hope to speak to you again, my dear.
Okay. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye, Eva.
Bye-bye. Well, one of my favorites is Reflections of God.
This then is The Reflections of God by the wonderful Eva Marie K. Take it away.
The stars glitter like diamonds in the sky, rich and too expensive to really buy, made and adorned on each person's face, leaving smiles that can't be erased. The floating clouds form pictures of awesome things, like angels flying with heavenly silver wings, and pictures of Jesus riding up in the clouds, coming on a white horse and chariot galloping down. I see many formations way up high, the infinity of the vast, beautiful indigo sky. I watch as the sparrows of life fly by, and I stop to ponder why. Has God given us such a gift that all we need to do is lift up our moist eyes and pray into heaven's window and see into the souls of man? For we are all made in likeness of him. Therefore, he is like a chameleon. He loves both the son and daughter, like loving fathers ought to. The pureness is in the hand of God's love, shown in all that is made above. All the living and breathing things, holy mirrors reflecting God.
Well, I was absolutely amazed at the figures to come in for our first show altogether out there on the internet. 6,226 listens. Man, I nearly fell off my chair. As a matter of fact, I did fall off my chair. That's the support we can give each other out there on the internet for all us poets. That's what the reviews are about. You guys, me, Alan, Tulika, Susan, everybody. So let's see some support come in for each other. I'm not saying there isn't any, because I watched the page. I policed the page, and it's looking good out there. It's getting better each day. Keep up the good work, and keep supporting each other as much as you possibly can. Thank you all for listening, and I'll be back on the 12th of April to enjoy your company once again. Goodbye.